Hey Aquarius, how are you doing? How are you getting on? We're going to dive in. We are looking at your root chakra and abundance. So this is really talking about your work, your public life, your net worth, and your financial status as an Aquarius doing something new in life. Really exciting. There's a lot of synchronicity around you at this time. You're being guided to look out for it. That's not just 11, 11, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 35, waking up every day at the same time at 4:04 on the clock without an alarm. But it's the colours that you see all the time. It's the colours that you choose to wear. It's feathers and coins and lucky embolisms or totems, jewelry that you wear, rings that you wear, necklaces that you wear, beads that you see, signs and symbols, things that other people say. You're seeing something, right? I'm talking to an Aquarius who I feel like is on the verge of a crown chakra, third eye chakra awakening. I feel like you're starting to see clairvoyantly. I feel like there's an issue with your solar plexus chakra, but dreams are coming true nonetheless. You really need to ground yourself. This is advice for you, okay? I'm coming through with some serious advice for you, Aquarius, because you're shifting spiritually now. You're awakening in ways in which you haven't. I want you to watch your home environment. Whoever you're living with and around, you got to get better balance because their energy will knock you out or your energy will knock them out. Think about, even the way I'm getting smells, their smell, your smell, the smell of the house. Are you showering enough? Right? Weird. Are they showering enough? Is your house clean enough? Are you changing your sheets enough? Something in the house, the smell in the environment is, you need to open the windows a lot more. Maybe every morning, open the windows, get fresh air in. If you're living with a partner or lover, tell them to wash a little bit more. Change your deodorant. Change your shampoo. Change your regimen of cleaning and grooming because something needs to shift. There's smelly situations going on. That's coming through quite strongly. When I go through a smellier phase, interesting, this is for someone, this is spiritual as well, right? Nice to I can share my spiritual wisdom with you guys in different ways, which is pretty cool. As an empath, when I do mediumship or when I'm around a lot of energies that need me, I don't sweat, but I turn into a sponge. So if I'm by myself in a room all day, I could be running around, I wouldn't smell at all. But the moment that more people come into the room, it's like radiation, right? I don't know if you know about Hawkins radiation. Other people's energy, whatever their aura is emitting, it will start to cover me. Suddenly I leave and everyone's smelling fine, but I smell like everyone. Oh, I hate it. That's why I'm such a hermit. Sadhguru talks about it all the time. About making sure you shower after engagements, you shower after you've been around people, because their energy, their radiation, their chi is all over your aura. I used to go raving all the time, partying all the time. I would leave the rave and I smell like the rave. My wig smells like the rave. My hair smells like the rave. My outfit head to toe smells like the rave. My friends don't smell like that. They're actually aware that, Louise, why do you smell like the rave is still here? Your whole body is giving off the rave. And it's not even like a smell of BO or personal odour. You smell like the venue we were just in. You're like a sponge for the environment you're in sometimes. You need extra layers of protection. You need to close your chakras up. You need to pray or heal or have a talisman or charm or prayer beads or something to balance out that energy that's emitting off of you when you're in a room full of leaky auras. I also recommend Triple Dry, which is the best deodorant I've ever found in the United Kingdom to date. Not the healthiest. I used to use Nude or Nud, which is a little tubey deodorant. I don't know why we're here, but we are. It's like clay when you squeeze it. It's eco-friendly. I think it's called NUUD. You just get a subscription through your door. I haven't even used it since I've moved addresses, but you squeeze it out, nude, something like that, and it's really like clay. You just rub it on your armpits, super eco-friendly, super nice, smells sensational, that's good. But if you really are sweating profusely, strong BO, be considerate of everyone else in the space, or provide that to your family members or friends who stink. And triple dry, available at Boots. I might as well start doing adverts here. Maybe at Superdrugs, maybe not, definitely at Boots. And it's just sensational. It's like 72 hours. I can run a marathon. I can do the craziest stuff I need to. I can work in a room full of loads of people doing cartwheels, spinning, doing yoga around the clock, and I won't have any smell or sweat whatsoever. Right? And if you're a plus size queen, you need a little additional squirting of deodorant in your little cracks and crevices. Back fat is definitely needing a little bit of deo. Personally, just sharing. It's different life for us plus size queens, right? So that's out there for you guys. Try that triple dry, excellent deodorant, and nude nud, also amazing. And if you have children, maybe it's a lot of people that have children. You know, when your child is smelling all the time. I was that smelly child for my mother. And I was like, my gosh, why do you smell like this, Louise? Obviously, she didn't know I was an empath at the time. We had to go and get special products from the GP when I was in my teenage years, because hormonally, when you're transitioning hormonally, in just regards to becoming more of a woman or a man, whatever the case is, but as you naturally evolve and your hormones shift and your periods start coming and your body starts to fluctuate in size and your boobies grow and all of that stuff, you realise, whoa, I need more deodorant, I need more this and more that. So teach other people, be open to have conversations about smell, because I was always really insecure about how I was smelling as well, and then you've got to have those conversations to not smell that way anymore, you know. So yeah, I'm looking at a rebirth that is humongous. Wow. Yeah, you're clairvoyant. You're in early stages of clairvoyant. You may be in denial about it. You may be shunning it away. You may be like, whatever, Louise, that's not true. But you've had some experiences that suggest that you're clairvoyant. Dreaming, visions, epiphanies, synchronicities, seeing signs, flashes of things before they happen, random images that you don't make a big deal of, dreams that come true. There's a layering to your clairvoyance. Everyone's clairvoyance is different. I can actually see your clairvoyance, and I can see it's not quite like mine. I would say your clairvoyance is more clair sensing. So you just know stuff without knowing it, and you just go about it, but you still see something in your mind. Like, you can look at a situation and know what's going to happen for a few minutes before it does. You can see the play out of a situation, and literally like 4 minutes before it plays out, you would have watched it in your mind. You think you just fought it, like, oh, that person's going to walk in, talk to that person, say this and do that, and then it's going to happen. And it does happen, but that's just you thinking that you're analytical and wise and powerful and you just know what's going on. But that's actually your clear senses activating. More and more of that will show that you're more and more prophetic. That's going to evolve in time over the next 20 years. You're being asked to travel with that. Take a risk with that. And I mean travel inside of yourself. Don't be shy. Don't be nervous. You don't need to tell anyone. You don't need to use these gifts in any way. But you do need to journal about it. Write in a journal. Write in a diary. Talk to yourself about it. I often encourage people to use their phones and film themselves, or at least do a voice note and say, today I experienced this, like audio logs or video logs of your life that you keep personally for you, or you share on social media if you wish. It's up to you. But sharing your experiences and what you're going through, it's going to be exciting change for you, because I see stagnancy and obstacles and challenges in the now moment. You came to me today because you wanted to talk about a spiritual career, a spiritual partnership, spiritual things that you're planning on doing, something related to your past and your future. Yet you're yin and yang, yes, but there's something shrouded in your past that you wanted to resolve. You want to talk about a successful relationship. Let me know if I'm wrong. I'm just saying what I see. You want to balance out your love life, finally. You want to leave something behind. You want to leave someone behind? Okay. I am looking at a situation where In the past, there was a successful relationship that you took time out from. You moved away from. You wanted to personally focus on your career and goals. But now you want to leave that relationship behind. Whoa. Okay, I'm confused. Stay with me. Let me know in the comments what you're thinking. I'm getting two situations. It looks like you want to leave a relationship behind to either get married, or you want to leave this marriage behind. There's a lot of patience you need. There's a decision you've got to make. I don't see it being making a proposal. You want to leave. There is a new beginning here though. Something in your past that you moved away from, that you had triumph in, you wanted to move away from it and give it a break. Because you wanted to find yourself and your spiritual path and deal with your light and dark, your yin and yang, your shadow, overcome these obstacles and challenges. You needed to go it alone. You needed someone else to go it alone. You've moved someone else out of the way so they can go it alone. But now you want to make an effort in a new way. That means a new relationship and a new connection with someone else. But that's not the be end and all of it, because it doesn't look like a third party situation, but it looks like two very different people. Yeah. We're looking at a push and pull energy that is destined. Okay, so you know what this is better than me, because I'm fucking blind here. But you see, right? Hit the like if I'm on point. Let a sister know if she's doing her job right or not. Eight of Cups is out. Push and pull. But it's destined. So the fact that I can't decide, is this an old person? Is this a new person? Is this a person that's changed and shifted in a total new way? Is this an old relationship, a new relationship? Can this relationship be restored? Can we get back together? Can we renew our vows? Should we take this relationship to a new level? There's so much going on here. Once again, go slow. Patience is so important for you at this time. Yeah, because you're looking at morals and integrity. You've got to make sure, and you know this, whoever this is you're connecting with, whatever this is you want to do, you're bridging a gap, you're bridging a divide, you're making change in your life. In the past, you had a really strong commitment with someone. You want to manifest that again, is from what I can see. You want to really, really shift any negative energy that existed in the past. Yeah, you really, really, 1111's out. 111. You want to heal the past. Whatever this commitment in the past was, it got rejected, it got shunned. You had to go your own way. They had to go their own way. This could be a business opportunity. This could be anything in life. A mother, a father, or a brother or sister. Someone you had a connection with in the past that you kind of turned your back on because you had to do you. They had to do them. You had to divide and split and conquer your own life lessons. Either way, it's been a push and pull ever since. There's been struggle to really understand what's going on here. And it's resulted in too much overflow of trauma, toxicity, things that weren't positive. There's a lot of baggage and bullshit that had to be left behind on both sides. But I do see this desire to connect, like, it's not easy. I see why you're here, because even now I'm pulling the cards and it's still a push and pull. Listen to this. Let's dive in. Life is about taking calculated risk. You have to move forward with the yin and yang perspective. Here's the pros, here's the cons, here's the advantages, here's the disadvantages. And here is the balance between. Because if you know the pros and cons, the advantages and the disadvantages, the left and the right perspective, you can easily skew it down, bring it down into a healthy medium, a healthy middle ground. Because what's going on in one side is there's trauma, there's negative energy, there's arguments, violence, abuse, upset, disappointment, regret, apologies that are needed, fire and water at an imbalanced ratio. There's too much water, which is loads of emotion, loads of upset, loads of disappointment, and then there's this little bit of fire that is just moving through it. One person has just moved on, but the memories around this is so toxic and negative because all of these emotions are unresolved. I'm talking to someone who's never really dealt with their emotions ever. The level of emotions here, it's so ridiculously humongous. No one's dealing with their emotions. So in business, in life, in career, in love, you need equal yin and yang. You need equal fire and water. If you never deal with your emotions, you're only going to attract people into your life that are avoidant of emotional intelligence. They don't know how to deal with their emotions either. They shove their head in the sand. It's fair enough if you both live that way and choose to never dive into your emotions, but if you ever do awaken and evolve beyond that, you're going to want more. That's how you leave people behind and you end relationships and connections. So you have to understand what side you're on and what is worth working on or not. Example in the truest form. I always use my life as an example because I'm a developmentalist. This is what we do. We study and teach developmental psychology. The family and ecosystem I grew up in, the community I grew up in, we don't talk on emotions. Men don't talk on emotions. Emotions are avoided. Bad things that happen in the family we don't talk about. We just put a happy smile and act like it's okay. So when I grew up and I studied psychology more and more, understood who I was and understood that my emotions need to be healed. I'm empathic, I'm clairvoyant. I see past on loved ones. I have to work on me and my emotional intelligence to be the best researcher I can be. In that moment, I realized I can't be around my family anymore because they don't even accept or look at their emotions. So I can't be in a place where avoidance is high. It doesn't help me evolve. It doesn't help me be smarter or wiser. It doesn't help my emotional intelligence. I will have to avoid being emotionally intelligent in a room full of family and friends because if I choose to be awakened and truly me, wise and emotionally intelligent, I'm going to trigger everyone in the room. Everyone's shadow sides are going to come up. Everyone's going to be traumatized. Everyone's going to be hiding and avoiding. No one's going to want to address the truth of the issue if it involves emotional expression, right? So you've got to understand, is it a safe place for you to express, or in that environment will you need to suppress your truth? That has been the key factor that's made me change my life at this age and allow me to grow up, because I've challenged every single relationship I had in my life for about 1.5 years, and I went there with everyone and went, if I go here with you, can you meet me? Can we have a reciprocal relationship? Is there true love and light and reciprocation and support here? Can you see me for me? Am I allowed to be me with you? Can I open up emotionally with you? And many people went, no, I can't. Not intentionally, but I can't raise my vibration to meet your emotional intelligence. And then that's kind of the radar for me as a professional, as an evolving adult into developmentalism and futurism and transhumanism, to go, whoa, okay, I've seen your radar and I see my radar, and if I can't go there with you emotionally, then I can't carry on, because the future me needs to be able to express 100% of me in the now moment to truly stay aligned to my core. My core values are important. My morals and integrity are important. If I can't talk openly to you about my life and my trauma and my abuse, I'm not going to bring in shadow for no reason. No one desires to talk about negative elements of life. No one desires to cry in a conversation. No one desires to be in pain or anguish. We desire to show up and be our true selves, speak with heart and authenticity, because if we meet others who can talk with us in kind, then we together evolve and we're stronger. And when you can't receive that back and you don't have that relationship, you can't push for it, because that person doesn't understand that radar and that sense you're giving off. So you have to be friendly and understanding and go, okay, you stay here with your capacity, and you stay here with your capacity, and you stay here with your capacity. It's not a disrespect. It's not anything negative. It's I only have so much to give in kind, and I see that, so I'm going to let you go your way, where you can do more with them, you can do more with them. We don't align like we used to. So I think it's important for you to understand the relationships that do and don't have value. And that's beyond money. That's beyond net worth. That's soul-based. The saddest thing to me that I see over and over again, that I've been knowing about for at least 10 years since I've been on the spiritual journey, maybe about, what year are we at now? 7, 8, 9, maybe in between 8.5 years of this kind of research and self-development and spiritual quest that I've been on. And the main thing is, nothing else matters other than your chakras and your internal self. That's it. So if you can't love and be and exist from a place of authenticity, the true you, and you can't look at someone else and love them for who they are without trying to change them, without trying to judge them for their age, their demographic, their sexual preference, their body weight, their appearance, their net worth, how much friends they have, how many people they talk to, their lifestyle. Yeah, you have a different lifestyle and you go through struggles in life and you go through homelessness and you go through a change in reality. You see who's really there for you. You go through losing family members. You go through grief. My point is, there's so much painful bullshit I went through in my life. And all I needed was love and reciprocation. Positive assistance, words of wisdom, someone to reassure me that I'm gonna be okay, someone to let me know they still loved me and was there. But when that isn't received, you don't go fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, and fuck all of you. You go, I understand who you are to me and what you can or can't provide. I've seen it many times in our connection. This doesn't mean we need to argue or hate or be anything other than who we are to each other, which means you hold your space and I hold mine. Let's not force the connection because we feel we have to. If we've known each other for 20 years, but we're different now and you can't give me what I need, then I'm gonna let you go. Some of the most amazing, successful people on the planet, the richest people in the world, the smartest people in the world with the highest IQ, similar traits, a lot of isolation, a lot of independence, a lot of not having a big social circle or loads of people around them. Because when you raise your vibration and you step into new realms and you step out of the matrix and live a very unique life, not everyone can meet you there. People will fake it and act like they've got you, but you get let down so many times in life that you have to wash the slate clean and go, I can't let you back into my proximity to show me that behavior again, for I have seen it time and time again, and you prove to me where we stand in our relationship. So let's not force it. Let's not put the square piece of the puzzle in the circle hole because it doesn't fit there. That's not a circle. That's a square. The squares go over there and the circles go over there. The triangles are that way and the rectangles are behind you. It's tough when you've got to order your life like that, but you do have to order your life like that because that's life. There's an order and there's a ranking and there's a hierarchy to life. And once again, that sounds really harsh if you're looking at it from a material standpoint. Net worth, money, wealth, celebrity status. Ooh, I'm so amazing and rich. Obnoxious shit. But the rich don't hang around with the poor. It's true. And the spiritualist who's clairvoyant doesn't hang around with the people that don't see. The witches don't hang around with anyone. Satanists don't hang around with Christians. Islam, Hindus, they don't hang around with the Jewish. And I say that in regards to we can all be friends. We all work together, connect with each other. We date each other. We love each other. But if what you're looking for is synergy and contract and vow and togetherness, if you're not the same kin, fellowship kin, and you haven't got the same things that lock you in together in unity, then you've got nothing. That's the core of existence. If you can't link up your chakras, and I say that backtracking quick because in the world we're going, everyone's working together, right? Different races, religions, belief systems. You haven't got to be one way. I believe in all religion. But you're not going to see a load of Christians hanging around with a load of tarot readers or a load of Satanists who believe in the devil, the occult, the Illuminati. They're not going to be hanging around with just anyone. You find your coven, you find your soul tribe. If you haven't got one, you build one. You align to your community. I'm a shaman, so I'm best off being around more shamanic people. I'm stepping out of the matrix. I'm building new age tech. I need to be around those kind of people. It makes sense. Because coming back to a circle or community where the conversation isn't that, it's going to leave me standing there thinking, what am I doing here? This conversation doesn't involve me. This doesn't make sense. This isn't aligned to my reality. So why am I here? Why are you here? Yeah? So that's the situation for you. You need to voyage now. Look within and understand who you are and where you're going. Don't force connections from the past. You want to make vows and commitments to people, but why? You're craving a new beginning filled with what? Don't make plans and decisions and sign contracts and think that money is going to be the answer to everything. Have patience, build something, take time. Because someone here is trying to create something and they think it's just about creating a community or a network and it's easily done. No. What is your morals and integrity, your ethos, your mission statement? Why are you doing this in the first place? Where is your true love? What is the easiest way to make this happen? You can't just force a situation because you think it's going to be more abundant or better for you in the long run. It's about understanding your root chakra. Someone starting from the root chakra all again, building a new life. And that's what happens every 7 years. You start going back to the root chakra. You go from every single year, it's dedicated to a chakra in my philosophy, based on the School of Hermitology. Websites are linked in the description, right? I've been building this school of Hermitology and Hermitology Limited, the tech side, for a long time now. And I wasn't sure when they were going to link in and become one. It happened naturally and very synchronistically at that. God always has a way to make sure the messengers reach you with the awakening, the alignment, the truth, the confidence to go forward and do that thing that you've been sitting on for ages and been scared to do. So you've got to take that risk, but it comes from having healthy communication with yourself, understanding why you've had the obstacles you've had, why keep committing to the people and things that you do. What makes me really upset more than anything else is where people push through, because now I'm looking at the spouse card as business in career. I'm going to do this in business. I'm going to invest in this. I'm going to buy this. I'm going to make this happen. I'm going to be in that relationship. I'm going to propose. I'm going to get married. I'm going to get that house. Why? Because I feel like that's the right thing to do. I'm excited about it. I really want to do that. 2 years later, 3 years later, there's a breakup. The marriage comes to an end. The relationship falls down. Nothing's working. Why? Because you dived into that without considering your morals and integrity and your long-term outlook. You'd done it because you thought it was going to be a quick win. It felt good in the moment. It was a flash in the pan. You was excited. You're always excited to do things and you think that the excitement is the driving force. It's not. Patience and stillness is your greatest asset at this time. I'll say that again. Patience and stillness is your greatest asset at this time, Aquarius. So slow it right down. Make a long-term plan. Take smaller steps. I'm really worried about everyone as well at this time wasting money unnecessarily. Don't overspend, don't overestimate or underestimate. Don't really put yourself out there and force it financially, because the tides are turning economically for everyone around the world. What people don't realize is so many people act rich and flashy, spend so much money, especially in the hood. Gucci and all these name brands, and then all these chains and jewelries, all these luxuries, everyone's showing off on social media. And me, as a futurist who studies absolutely every scientific discipline now, I'm looking like, do none of you see the economic standing at the top of the chain? Is no one watching the economic forecast? No one knows what's happening to the finance. No one knows what's going on with the US dollar, with BRIC, with cryptocurrency. with assets all around the world at this time. The fact that Warren is selling off a load of his shares all over the gaff. Things are changing economically. And if it's changing at the top of the chain, if boroughs are getting bankrupt, if borrowing figures and national debt is higher than it's ever been in certain countries and places around the world, then what does that say? If your state is broke, if your country's broke, if your nation's in debt, what makes you think that you're not? Because that's the greatest indicator about the world. Our nation's in debt, our country's in debt. We're struggling financially as a nation. So everyone in that world is fucking poor. If the government's poor, you're all poor. So let's make sure we're looking at the world news, the world stage, the economic stats. We're understanding finance on a much higher level, because only then can we understand our net worth within it. Because if I see someone dripping head to toe in Gucci and Prada with all the latest name brand, flashy and all this gold diamond chains and all this stuff on their neck flossing, but I know that the dollar's struggling. So you think you're flossing in your new car and you're living lavish, but then the dollar's down today. That means your nation's in trouble. So you should probably spend in line with your nation and not the salary that you got that's only going to last you a month, or that pay you got that's only a one-off freelance payment. You got a windfall of cash that's not going to last forever. Because if you're not guaranteed that money for the next 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years for the rest of your life, then you're looking at a loss in the future. No one wants to look to the future to manage their losses. And everyone deserves to. I'm more radical in this, so I don't want anyone to not go on holiday, not to turn up, not to celebrate. But have you got savings? Are you being financially wise? How much is your mortgage or rent going to go up next month, next year? Are you prepared for the cost of living? Are you prepared for the energy to rise again in October? Are you prepared for water rates to increase? Are you prepared for a shift to digital currency if you're in the US? Because a lot of money is going straight into Bitcoin, and there's going to be a load more central banks and digital currency coming out, and there's going to be massive shifts in rate of exchange. And unfortunately, a lot of heavy gas fees that are going to take their toll on every person because everything's getting taxed through the digital system. Yeah? A lot of difficulties coming for the whole economy. So everyone out here who's flossing, I'm like, my God, you might want to put that money into some kind of long-term investment from now to save yourself the hardship in the future. Yeah? Think long-term. That means financially, but in relationships, what relationships are abundant to you? And don't just hang around with people that are recognized or have influence or have status or have money in your view, because that's not how you win. People like to hang around with people who have clout, who have money, who have status. If I hang around with this person, that means I've got this much net worth. This means I'm cooler. This means this looks good for me. It'll be great to be in a photo with them, or spend time with them, or use them in this way. That's not how you're meant to use people. You're meant to look at people's internal heart and soul. Not their... To me, someone's looking at all the books in the shop. Instead of, you don't even read the back of the book to see what the book's about. Oh, it's glossy and it looks intelligent, I'll grab it. Maybe start reading the back of the book. Maybe start reading the introductions. Take time when you buy books to sit in the bookshop and select a range of books and then read a few of the passages and see if it's right for you, because there's no point buying books because they look good and then buying books that you never read. It's about the intelligence. It's about having core values. It's about that morals and integrity. That's true abundance. We're really asking you, Aquarius, to understand what true abundance is. True abundance. Happiness, joy, love. Stripped of all materialism and money, where is the love inside of you? And how does it bloom? And how can you make more of that? Keep blooming every single day without the materialism. Yeah? I hope that finds you well. Feel free to share more in the comments. Love and light.